Hey there, big guy. You here to watch Moto too? You're gonna have some fun. You're gonna enjoy it. There will be big air. There will be motorcycles. Possibly cars. Possibly a bear. I don't know. Enjoy.
Remember, and wring the tits off this thing on the start, buddy.
Inside to make some noise! Moto number 2, 250 cars can for sound to a repeat and shake and smack to them! It's time to burn down!
Only a true motocross racer knows the sensation. A battle unlike any other is about to ensue, and there's not a first pitch, tip-off, or kick-off on earth that compares to the ferocity of 40 fallen gates. Not for the faint of heart, non-participants will never relate to the pain and physical demands of the outdoors, but the warriors of the AMA Pro Motocross Series live for it.
Coming out of Minnesota. He's like Sasquatch out of the northern tier of Minnesota, and he is working down. 5 plus 2 laps as they head in now the Estes Farm. Boy, oh boy, he wants to say that he's still got it, not even halfway done. Short, holding on to the number 1 position. He is pulled away, and all of a sudden, unless he's got company.
Keep your line, keep your line, keep your line. Get ahead of these guys and then make your arc. Even if you keep it pinned on the outside. And shift this puppy, buddy. You've got to get up and out of there, okay? Make it easy on yourself. Aggro, 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 aggro.
Trey Canard trying to pick up 25 of them. You can see the bump, we're going to let it get rough. The Rockstar Energy from Kita Suzuki. The number 5
Perfect day in Georgia. It rains, thunderstorms the night before. It's about 75 degrees, and we've just had someone go around with the rippers. It's pretty epic.
You know the realest. Doctor, what you got for? Yeah, the boogie down. You know the realest. When I'm in the my chest through the music. The page will never leave me. The pen will never lie to me. When I'm in the booth, I'm gone, nothing can bother me. After a long day in the world, nothing's better than coming home to a blunt and a beat. Kick back, relax, and get something to eat. Sit behind a kid and ride some shit they bump in the street. Cause music to me is more than a song to dance to. 3 in the morning, headphones on and the trance do. Word up, this is how it is, it's a lifestyle. I step inside the cypher and I never put the mic down. Recording the track is like making love, it's all about the rhythm. I'm sexual with the drums, no matter what's going on. Music is there, sympathetic to your needs in your time of despair. Dr. Music.
The beauty of having like someone like Eli, you know, his age or his youth, is that he's always feeling spunky, you know. It's not like he really has a down day, and so having someone like him just makes you want to push it all the time and little bugger fly.
Sound of a drum loop brings peace to my heart.
I'm riding with Townley out at Millsap's track. Yeah, I'm having a good time so far. It's nice to get on a different track and actually ride some dirt that stays wet.
Songs are making it strong, it heals my body and soul. I'm out of control, and if you happen to know somebody alone within you, ought to introduce them to the power of this music, cause there ain't a sound sweet.
The training for me right now is actually just trying to get used to the heat. To get used to the heat, you just have to be in it. That's all there is to it.
Dedication to the thing, let's give them my life purpose on the real. I wanna have a child with an instrument. I'm going through emotions and the feeling's really intricate. But I tell you this, when all else fails, music will be there for me. Dr. Music.
Earlier this year, we decided to do some works races, prepare for the Outdoor Nationals. It was just brutal. The Works Series is a combination of just about everything. It has quite the variety in the series. I think that's why I like it.
Racing Works races is tough. You go from the sand to the hard pack to rock.
You don't want to be the guy that's mid-pack just getting blasted with mud, because that just starts your race off on a bad note, and then you got vision problems right off the bat, and there's nothing worse than that.
You know, it gets old riding tracks, you know, every single day, doing motos, you know, training hard, you know, being so focused. Sometimes you gotta just go out and ride in the hills, have some fun, hit some jumps, and just taking it back to riding your dirt bike, you know, why you started in the first place. people down here in Southern California like to jump, and that's something that I kind of picked up on, you know, to go build some vert lip on the side of a hill and huck it at third gear is nothing to these guys. Works is freaking hard for what it is, you know, for what you get out of it, for how much you put into it. It's not easy, and a lot of, I think motocross guys in our sport don't realize that.
Good morning. I'm Jenny Goldstein, and welcome to a brand new day. It's a little hot outside, a little dry, but it's never the wrong conditions for poppies. Today we've got the Poppy Festival, and it's gonna be gorgeous. We've got fresh ones everywhere you can see, as far as you can see, and as far as you can smell. Poppies. So get out there, grab your handful, and shred. Shred the dirt, shred the gnar, and keep it grimy. I'm Jenny Goldstein.
Give me the light when the sun goes down, 'cause what goes around comes around. Give them the fight, yes, it's pound for pound. You see what goes around comes around. Now that the gloves are off and the talk is done, I see clearly now what must be done. Go back to the place, back when you were young. You weren't afraid of anything, you weren't afraid of anything. So wake up, yeah, in the morning when I wake up strong, and then another worry comes along. I found the light and I'ma turn it on. So wake up, wake up, wake up. All of my teachers told me I was wrong, but what don't kill you will make you strong. But what I found inside was right all along, and if it don't kill you.
I think the best part, personally about riding is it's an individual sport. Once you're out there on the track or trail riding or racing in the desert, you're on your own, It's not about the bike, it's not about anybody else, it's just purely up to you.
In the morning when I wake up strong, and then another worry comes along. I found the light and I'ma turn it on. So wake up, wake up, wake up. And if you're feeling like you don't belong, it's time to step into a brand new dawn. You found the light, now come and turn it on. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
With racing all the time and always having to train, it kind of burns you out. So we try to look for different things to enjoy riding. The possibilities are endless. Like the better you get, the more stuff you can do on the bike, and it's almost like the funner you have when you go out play riding or even riding at a motocross track. It's the more you learn and the more I guess talent you get and skill you have on the bike, the more things you can do. So it's never ending.
It's hard to live your living, but you have to rise to shine to wake up. In the morning when I wake up strong, and then another worry comes along. I found the light and I'ma turn it on. So wake up, wake up, wake up. And if you're feeling like you don't belong, it's time to step into a brand new dawn. You found the light, now come and turn it on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Stop this.
Hello, hello, this is Julien Dupont. Welcome in my city, Lyon, in France. And I will show you what is trialyx. I use the original trail bike. This is a 300cc two-stroke, and the brand is Gas from Spain. Trialyx, it's a mix between BMX and freestyle motocross. We try to mix all the tricks from this discipline.
try to get back here as much as I can. You know, I'm one of them people that likes home maybe a bit much, and I don't stay away as long as I should sometimes, but you know, I think it's important really to just get back to reality. Out on the bike for like 2 or 3 hours and ride on every sort of train almost that you can get around the world. So I think that's key really to succeeding in what I've achieved. I'm a real good rider on when it's real rough and technical, and that's all because you're riding down in the sand there. You can't go and ride every day if you don't enjoy it, you know. Some people might do, but I couldn't do it, you know. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. That's the end of it.
GNCCs, 3 hours of rocks, ruts, roost, and mud. America's most prestigious off-road race series is no place for the weak and weary.
If you like what I gave you
desert for me is just, it's quite the adventure. There's always an element of uncertainty and an element of, you know, not quite sure how the day is going to go, and you don't really have a plan, and you're just kind of riding nature, you know, and it's one hell of a ride for sure. With the long distance off-road racing is the ultimate test between man and machine. Myself on my dirt bike, and you know, we got these drivers in their unlimited trophy trucks.
It has 850 horsepower, 750 pounds of torque. I mean, the thing is a fire-breathing monster that is made to go in the dirt. Going through, you know, 3-foot whoops at 100 miles an hour and having that thing just eat them up. That you're looking at something come up, you're like, all right, we're going to roll it. You know, something's going to happen here that is not going to be good, and then it just absorbs it and it goes right through it. Pitching it sideways, that's fun as hell. You know, pitching it sideways and going in a corner, that's amazing. But, you know, what these trucks can do that is different than anything else out there is just the sheer, you know, going 100 to 120 down these whoops, and it just stable as anything can be.
Desert's just something I'm drawn to, and it's something that I grew up doing, and it's just something I'm passionate about, and it, you know, it never gets old, and it just keeps me coming back.
The thing about Loretta Lynn's, everyone knows it's 3 motos, and all 3 count equally. But all 3 are going to be different. One's going to be a scorcher, one's going to be muddy, and one you just might get the first moto of the morning, nice shade, magic lighting, the whole deal. But either way, you know, you're going to get a national champion. I know sometimes the fastest kids don't go home with the titles. They might go 1-1 DNF, but hey, sometimes it ain't your week. But you can't luck into a Loretta Lynn's title, but you can damn sure luck out of one.
Loretta's it's pretty brutal all the way around. The weather, all the kids come, all the fastest kids are there, all the industry's right on you. There's a lot of pressure for kids, and you know, it's the biggest race of the year. You know, eyes are on you, and you better not screw up.
The heat is like unbelievable, and the humidity, and sometimes it might downpour and you have a mud race, and you just got to be so consistent. Can't even describe winning a championship at Loretta's. That was my first championship, and words can't explain it. Loretta's is done, and I have the #1 plate, but it's far from over, and it's time to get ready for next year.
I've never heard of Dakota Alex, but I'm watching Cooper Webb, and I'm watching Jace Owen, and I'm thinking, who's that kid? And you know, everyone, you come here and you've got a preconceived notion that you know, an Adam C. or Cooper Webb are going to be the guys, and all of a sudden Dakota Alex shows up and you're like, holy smokes. And that's what's great about Loretta Lynn's. That kid has a great moto. He's going to do it in front of the Red Bull people. He's going to do it in front of the Rockstar people. He's going to do it in front of the Monster folks. He's going to do it in front of Team Green, Honda, Cowie, Fox.
We're at the historic circuit of Valkenswaard for round 3 of the 2010 World Motocross Championships.
To be a world champion, it means a lot, you know. That's what I dreamed about when I was a kid.
Well, definitely they're faster over here because, I mean, I think if I went over there, I'd probably win, so. I look at the moto boards all the time and I'll see the threads saying, oh, you know, Europeans are faster, Americans are faster. Like, I'm on the side where they're both great riders. They're both, you know, the best in the world, I'd say.
I think the level is a little bit, it's a little bit the same. It's not a big difference. You see with the Sal going to ride the nationals and he was immediately second. So that's proof that our level for sure is not less than them.
You're gonna find out real fast by, you know, what Musquin and Roxon are just gonna do. You know, those guys, they're fast. Not only that, but Roxon's 16 years old still, I think, and Hurlings is, I don't even think Hurlings turned 16 yet. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I watched the races since I was a kid, and Carmichael and Stewart and all these guys, they were riding there. As soon as I'm 18, I want to start racing there, that's for sure. I try to be the next Carmichael and maybe even better. I hope so.
What's changed here on the track? Not much, obviously no configurational change.
And also Marvin or Jeffrey, they are riding really, really good at the moment, and we will see next year Marvin is going to US, and I think it's gonna go really good also there because he have a lot of talent and they can be on the top.
Yeah, really exciting about America, to go over there. It's my dream to go in USA to ride in Supercross, in AMA National. Yeah, for me it's a great season. I won a lot of GP and I'm so happy about my season.
Jeffrey Hurling races his first home Grand Prix.
To have two young riders that are that fast and growing up racing together, it's really unreal. That's kind of usually a once-in-a-lifetime thing you see as a rider like Roxon or Hurlings, and for them to be right together is kind of cool. But yeah, those guys, they're not going to have any problem.
Two 15-year-olds lead the Grand Prix. Hurlings first and Ken Roxon in second place for Tekka Suzuki.
We spend hundreds of hours in airplanes. We spend 1,000 hours of preparing bikes. We don't do that for any other reason than for winning. We are going for the first place and nothing else is interested to us.
On the
bike, it's my job, so I try to do my best, and it's my goal, you know. Well, I have goal for everything, and I want to have fun on my bike and be happy about my ride, and yeah, I want to progress physically and on the bike too.
The motocross for me is my life, and it's very passion for me.
Monster Energy Yamaha's David Philippak's the 2008 champion is fighting hard to win back that title from his Italian compatriot Tony Cairoli.
It was like a dream, you know, to come to a factory team, and for me it's my first year in factory team, so I'm learning, you know.
Clément Dessalles, troisième position, Clément Dessalles, le Panda.
Americans talk about sand, like Southwick. Oh, the sand track, sand race, you know. It's like, wow, I remember when I used to think that was gnarly sand, and now it just looks like pretty much hard pack with a little bit of loose sand on top. I mean, as everyone over here knows, Lyrup and Lommel is just ridiculous. It's rough, it's gnarly, it's a different style of riding. Musquin, you can kind of tell it's the end of the season. He's kind of winding down. He's got the championship wrapped up, but definitely see him up front next year in the States for sure.
My dream was to be world champion one day, and now I'm 24 years old and I'm world champion for the fourth time this year. It's something really special that I always wish. Feels great to train here in Belgium because you have a lot of tracks and many different riders come here to ride, and you can have a good compare. Few years ago when Carmichael and Stewart were riding, I think there was the level was really high, and sometimes over the limit. Start when the gate is down, everybody go like full gas. I don't feel less than Americans rider, or I wanna have the right time for go there and try to race with them.
2009 world champion and red plate holder, series leader Tony Cairoli riding the new 350 KTM. With
450, if you crash hard, and the speed is really high. And I was pretty stiff on the bike. This year with the 350, I find a little bit back my 250 from the years before, and the riding style is a little bit the same, and I like it more for sure.
Italian roots in London. Your applause for Antonio Cairoli.
I have a lot of fans all over the world, and it's something that you cannot describe. It's just nice. All the hard work I do in these years, it's given me back a lot of satisfaction. Nothing better than this.
You know, I like to think of myself as a guy that doesn't have a problem with hard work. You know, from being on the road bike to lifting weights to doing balance stuff to, I mean, whatever it is in the gym. You know, I'll walk around in circles if I have to. I think that there's so many people that get so hung up on this, and they put so much emphasis on what they eat or what they do or how much they ride that, you know, maybe they miss the part where, you know, we do this for a reason, and that's always been because we love it.
About salvation, it's so boring. Well, so boring. All the time. Again and again and again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again and again and again. Always working overtime. Brush shampoo, make up your mind. Do you have an alibi? You're out of time.
It's kind of a 24/7, 365 job. Basically, Sunday through Saturday is wide open. Maybe do a little training Monday. Tuesday you're riding, Wednesday you're riding, Thursday you're riding, Friday you're traveling, Saturday you're racing, and then Sunday you do it all over again. Beginning of this year in the Nationals was not looking too good for me. First moto right away was just like, my championship hopes were not looking good. By 4 races in, I think I was 70-some points down, and I mean, to look at that and be like, you could win the championship. I mean, most people would say, no, it's not possible.
Peace on earth would really just be boring. Well, so boring. All the time. Save your observations, they're so boring. Well, so boring. All the time. Again and again and again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again and again and again. Break
a wrap.
But my interviews are a little suspect.
So what's it like really riding with Eli?
It's just a spode.
Yeah?
I get to blow out the entries and he gets to blow out the exits of the corners.
Comes way too hot at the turn and then causes a massive old hockey stick.
Dude, this lip, brah, man, a little tranny, brah. All you need is like a shovel.
What do wasps do? Should I go for it? Bees like make honey.
Wasp, I don't think you much.
Wasp?
Garth, you ready to run?
They're just...
No, dude, tell me when you're gonna do it.
Are you gonna do it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god!
That bird. Holy shit, so big.
Whoa, that's a freaking...
Is that a hawk?
Yeah.
He thought Wiley was a little mouse, dude. He's gonna pick him up. Take him away.
Rock, paper, scissors for helicopter.
Helicopter privileges. All right.
Ah, yes! God.
Told you I was gonna lose, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me now.
Trials bikes are like the ultimate mountain bike. You know, if you just want to go out and free ride, you can do huge drops, you can do huge ups. If you have little kickers, you can hit like 10-foot walls, you know. The bike is pretty amazing. They keep making them smaller and lighter and more powerful every year.